Good evening, guys. Now, this is very important topic related to the international boards for the chemistry, how to write a chemical reaction. It is also in the ICSC, IGSC and in CBSE also. So, dear students, it will be helpful for all the types of the students. This is the some basic reactions which will be involved in the chemistry, and students are facing the problem how to write. They are trying to learn the reaction, but the main concept, some reactions, if you know the basics of the writing the concepts of the reactions, so you can write easily. So first of all, you must know when you write the reaction with acids, so what are the main concepts? You must know that there are some important acids like hydrochloric acid, that is represented as HCl. HCl, it is called hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. This is the most important mineral acid, and when this acid, that means this one, react with any substance, so the major product which will be formed, that will be chloride salts. Chloride salt, and the symbol of the chloride, that is Cl, negative charge, single negative. Similarly, the second acid, this is the main line which you have to be in your concepts. That means when hydrochloric acid react to any substance, you have chloride salt. Another products may be formed that will be according to the reactant used at the second position. So next acid, that is sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Sulfuric acid. And when this acid react with any substance, so the major product will be the sulfate salt, that is sulfate, SaLUate, SO4 negative. This is the symbol of this. Actually, sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid. This is dibasic acid. So it may form two types of salt. One is sulfate and another is hydrogen sulfate, or you can say bisulfate. Symbol of hydrogen sulfate or bisulfate, that is HSO4 single negative. This is the second acid. First one is hydrochloric acid, second one is sulfuric acid, and third one is nitric acid. Keep going with the video. At last you will learn how to write the reactions. The third acid, that is the nitric acid, HNO3. These three acids are called main mineral acids. Another acids are also present, but these three are generally used in the laboratory as well as for the writing the chemical reaction in your notebook or in your syllabus. So nitric acid will get nitrate salt. Nitric acid will form nitrate salt, NiTrate, and symbol of nitrate is NO3 -1. Now moving towards the reaction, how to write. the reaction. Suppose you are going to write the reaction with any metal and with dilute mineral acid, dilute acid. This is the first reaction. So what you will get here, you will get one salt, and second product will be the hydrogen gas. This is the common reaction, this is the major reaction. This will be helpful to write the number of reactions according to the concept. Suppose you are taking the nitric acid here, so salt will be formed, that will be the nitrate salt. If you are taking sulfuric acid here, so the salt will be the sulfate salt. I have taken a metal, that is iron Fe, and acid, that is hydrochloric acid. So product will be the salt. What salt you will get here? The salt will be the chloride salt, because we are using hydrochloric acid. And then hydrogen gas. Here, as I have told, here you have to prepare chloride salt, and which chloride will be formed, it depends upon the metal what you are going to take. Here you are taking iron, so you will get the iron chloride. So you should write here iron chloride. But in the chemical reaction, you should utilize the formula of the compound. So we have to write here FeCl2, iron second chloride. After that, you have to balance the reaction. How to balance the reaction? See here. This is the name, iron second chloride. So here there are two hydrogen, so you have to write here 2. So this is the balance reaction. That means Fe plus 2H3L, it gives FeCl2, hydrogen gas. Another example I am going to take. Suppose you have taken zinc metal, and taken sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4. So as you know, sulfuric acid will form sulfate salt. Here you have to prepare sulfate salt. And which sulfate will be formed? It depends upon the metal. That means zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Now you have to write the formula of zinc sulfate, that is ZnSO4. After that, you have to balance the reaction. When any metal react with dilute acid like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, or nitric acid, or any other acid, definitely you will get the hydrogen gas and the salt. Suppose I am taking acetic acid, CH3COOH. This is acetic acid, and reacting with sodium metal. So as I have told, hydrochloric acid will form chloride salt, sulfuric acid form sulfate salt, nitric acid form nitrate salt. Similarly, acetic acid, that means CH3COOH, will form acetate salt. That means CH3COO negative. So you will get acetate salt here. But which acetate? It depends upon the metal used, that is sodium. So you will get sodium acetate plus hydrogen gas. How to write the formula of sodium acetate? That is CH3COO Na. And how to balance the reaction? Because there are two hydrogen here, so you have to write here 2, then you have to write 2 here and 2 in front of the sodium. one more acid that will be called organic acid also. This is also organic acid. This is mineral acid. Formic acid. If we are writing the reaction between calcium metal and formic acid that is HCOH, so you will get calcium formate because it is a calcium here. Formic acid will form formate HCOO whole twice Ca plus hydrogen gas. By balancing you have to utilize 2 here. This was the first reaction. What you are observing, that when any acid react with metal you will get hydrogen gas and salt. Salt will form according to the acid and hydrogen gas will form. Second reaction, that if you are writing the any reaction between acid and any carbonate salt, if any carbonate like sodium carbonate, potassium carbonate react with any acid, there will be the 3 products. One will be salt, second will be water, and third one will be CO2 gas. CO2 gas. So salt will be formed. It will depends upon the acid. If you are taking hydrochloric acid, definitely you will get the chloride salt, and water, carbon dioxide is common. Suppose first example I am taking here, that is calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3. It is also called limestone when it reacts with hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid will form chloride salt. Which chloride will get? Here calcium is there, so you will get calcium chloride, CaCl2. Apart this, there will be 2 more products. One is liquid, that is hydrogen. Second one is the gaseous product, that is carbon dioxide. This is transparent, colorless, odorless gas which can turn lime water milky. How to balance the reaction? You are seeing there are 2 Cl here, so you have to utilize 2 here, and this is your balanced reaction. One more example. Suppose you are taking sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3, and using HNO3, that is nitric acid. Nitric acid will form nitrate salt. So which nitrate will form? This will be sodium. So sodium nitrate will be formed NaNO3. This is sodium nitrate. Apart this, H2O and CO2 gas. So balance the reaction. There are 2 hydrogen here, so utilize 2 here. There are 2 sodium here, utilize 2. This is your balanced reaction. Okay student, this type of reaction you can utilize, but keep in your mind, hydrochloric acid will form chloride salt, nitric acid form nitrate salt, sulfuric acid form sulfate salt, acetic acid form acetate salt, formic acid form formate salt. Similarly, phosphoric acid will form phosphate salt. Okay student, in the next video more reaction which are related to the acid will provide in the sequence. Thank you. Have a nice day.